We have some breaking news. The U.S. is starting to evacuate embassy staff and military families from the
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over facts.
Morning. Hey, did you hear the news about Elon Musk to his plant in Memphis? No, I haven't. The only Elon Musk news I've heard is that he was tweeting Trump at 3 in the morning that he regrets some of the things that he said about him. Please pray for our military over the Middle East. They are in danger. They went. Oh, wow. Really? Thank you, Wanda. See, it might be easier if I pull it up on TikTok to see if they have it on there. Middle East. I'm just putting keywords in. Bunker. Oh, they don't spell it right because I can't see what I'm typing. Oh, I'll be so glad when I can get the surgery. Let's see if they're talking about this in the news. That's why I don't go live, because I can't never stay on one topic. Let's see.
The growing tensions in the Middle East as there are new fears this morning. Israel is ready to launch a military operation against Iran. There are concerns the U.S. is pulling some non-essential personnel and family members from this region. President Trump spoke about that decision last night.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are, and we've given notice to move out. We'll see what happens.
We have some breaking news. The U.S. is starting to evacuate embassy staff and military families from the Middle East after a direct threat from Iran. Iran's defense minister said this week that if negotiations fail and conflict breaks out, all U.S. bases are within our reach. The first step is Baghdad.
Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? Hold on, because I just read this article on the U.S. Sun last night, and I said, oh, I'm going to do this article. Then I was like, oh, people not going to want to see this article. Who was it? That lady, Gabby something. And she was talking about annihilation and U.S. being attacked, and how only certain people, make sure y'all can see me. Only certain people are going to be able to withstand that kind of attack, if you know what I'm saying. So, oh, wow. Okay, let's back up with him just a little bit.
Breaks out.
Thank you,
all
Brenda.
U.S. bases are,
I think it was Brenda. Thank you, Brenda.
within our reach. The first step is Baghdad, where the State Department has ordered all non-essential Americans
over there.
Middle East after a direct threat from Iran. Iran's defense minister said this week that if negotiations fail and conflict breaks out, all U.S. bases are within our reach. The first step is Baghdad, where the State Department has ordered all non-essential Americans at the U.S. Embassy to leave immediately. Commercial flights are being used, but the U.S. military is standing by to help if needed. In Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar, where the U.S. has major bases, military families have been given the option to leave voluntarily. This isn't a full-scale evacuation, but it is a clear signal that the U.S. sees real danger on the horizon. The Iranian threat comes as talks over the nuclear program have stalled, and as U.S. officials grow concerned that Iran or its proxies could launch strikes on American targets in the region. The Pentagon says these moves are precautionary, but it is the strongest warning sign in months that a regional conflict could be coming. It is also a test to see how far Iran is willing to push and whether the U.S. is ready to pull its people out before something hits.
Could you provide an update on Iran? We're hearing reports that U.S. personnel are being moved out of the region within striking distance.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are been, we've given notice, and we'll see what happens.
Is there anything that can be done to dial the temperature down in the region?
They can't have a nuclear weapon. Very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. We're not going to allow that.
You know what that means. They got a plan of attack where they're going to drop something on somebody. Once they get the go-ahead to the exact spot, that's what's going to happen. Y'all, listen.
The US is bracing for potential Iranian strikes on its military bases in the Middle East amid rising regional tensions. The US Embassy in Iraq is preparing for evacuation, while non-essential personnel are being withdrawn from posts in Bahrain and Kuwait. Military families across the region have also been cleared for voluntary departure. Forces in Iraqi Kurdistan are on high alert, and the US Navy's Fifth Fleet has raised readiness levels. A UK maritime warning highlights risks in the Persian Gulf. Iran has warned it will target US bases if nuclear talks collapse. Meanwhile, President Zelensky revealed the Trump administration diverted 20,000 anti-drone missiles meant for Ukraine to US forces in the region. Tensions continue to escalate. The US
We have significant breaking news right now. According to CBS News, Israel is fully prepared to launch an operation into Iran. U.S. officials are learning right now. This is one of the reasons why the United States has told some Americans to leave the region. And as a result, the United States anticipates that Iran could retaliate on certain United States bases and sites in Iraq. What this means is Israel could strike Iran. Iran could then strike U.S. interests in the region, and that could lead to a full-scale conflict in the Middle East this evening. Now, Steve Witkoff, Donald Trump's envoy to the Middle East, is still planning on meeting with Iranian officials this Sunday for a sixth round of nuclear negotiations. But right now, folks, tensions are at a boiling point. And if Israel launches a strike on Iran without U.S. approval, this could get bad very quickly. So spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack.
Yeah, y'all. So spread the word. Spread this video. I might need to separate this video out and make it a standalone video. We'll see if I can figure out how to do that. Until next time, and thank y'all for coming in. I was showing AI is doing too much, Lisa. Hey, Bertha.